Is my hair looking crazy?
No, it looks...
Are they inside my apartment? What the fuck?
Is the door locked?
No, it's unlocked. It's okay.
Guys, go watch Bella. I'm gonna lock the door.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sitting on the Floor. My name's Bella.
My name's Kira.
And if you're new here, this is a show where we talk about everything and nothing and anything all at once. Today, we're going to be talking about some things that we just don't understand in general.
And then we're going to look them up and explain them to ourselves.
Yeah. And we might explain them wrong. We probably will explain them wrong. So if you're here to correct us politely, leave.
I don't take criticism very well.
No.
So please be nice.
Exactly. I'm looking forward to this because there are some things that I do want to know. Mm-hmm. So I'm very much looking forward to knowing those things. I am not looking forward to if any toxic person finds these and is like, you're fucking stupid, or like, you didn't understand this, or you didn't know this. Politely leave. There's the door. There's the door, bitch. There's the door, bitch. Okay, so the first thing that I wrote down for things that we don't understand is traffic.
Traffic.
Just
drive.
Literally. Why are you halting?
Unless there's a crash, which half of the time there isn't, it's just people stopping for no reason.
Yeah.
Unless there's a crash, I understand, you have to slow down, and, when the police are, there, you gotta slow down. But half the time, I'm driving in traffic, I pass the traffic, and there's no crash.
No, literally.
So, hit the gas.
Hit the gas. Even if there is, an accident, I understand slowing down a little bit, but to the point to where we are at a dead stop in the middle of the highway because you guys do not know how to drive and put your foot to the fucking pedal.
Literally.
Insane. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. That's something that I don't think I will ever understand. Mm-hmm. The next thing that we don't understand is records.
Yes.
How do records work?
Or CDs. Records, I kind of get because there's it's ridgy. But CDs needle is flat. Yeah, but my thing is with records is I understand that it's the ridges and the needle and everything like that. But the way that the sound travels through the needle into a speaker is kind of crazy to me. I don't understand it. Yeah, I have no idea. But I don't know, because it just doesn't make any sense. When I put a CD into my car to play the CD, how is the car reading the CD and playing the songs that are on that CD? Yeah. I don't know. Or you know what's even crazier? Here's the thing that really blows my mind with CDs. When you have one of those fancy CD players or in your car and it says the name of the title track when it's playing the music. How the fuck? I don't get it. How the fuck does that work? I don't get it. The name, the artist, the album, how? I understand people are going to be like, oh, well, it's the programming. Oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that. How? Literally. How? Explain it to me in dumb terms. Yeah. Literally. Can we look it up? Can we figure it out? Yeah. Okay. Because I'm which one do you want to do? The records or the CDs first? The records first. A typical record player has a type of needle called a stylus that is placed gently on the vinyl record, resting in the beginning of the spiral groove. As the vinyl disc steadily rotates, the stylus moves through the wavy 3 dimensions that are cut into a spiral groove. That did not help. No, so you're telling me that this stylus is reading these ridges and grooves and translating it into music. It says the stylus vibrates in the record's grooves. The cartridge at the end of the tone arm contains a piezoelectric crystal. When the stylus is vibrating in the grooves, it generates an electric signal through the cartridge. The signal is then fed out to the record player's amplifier. That also did not really help. Things we don't understand. Records. I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. I need a visual diagram. Yeah. You know what we should be watching? We should be watching How It's Made right now. Can we do that for an episode? Yeah. Okay, the laser beam enters the... The laser beam? Laser beam. When did lasers get involved? The laser beam enters the CD on the play side. travels through the CD's clear plastic layer, picks up information from the data layer, then bounces off the... It got cut off. I'm not reading all that. CD works by focusing a 780 nanometer wavelength semiconductor laser onto a single track of the disc.
Oh my god, I get it now, guys. It's the laser. The laser reads the CD.
It's the semiconductor laser, guys.
God, what would we do without the laser?
That's crazy. I do not get it.
Okay, if that's the case, how is it that you can burn CDs from your laptop? Are you telling me, like, is there, like, a laser in the laptop that, like, can take an MP3 and put it onto the CD? Are these questions dumb? Like, that's what I want to know.
There's no way, because...
Is this, like, common knowledge and we're just, like...
There's no way nobody knows what a freaking... I don't even remember the word. There's a laser in the CDR drive that burns into... There's a laser in here. You better watch out.
I don't know. This is...
Oh, it's like Morse code. It's like Morse code.
Oh, okay.
So it says a bump represents the number 0. So every time the laser burns a bump into the disc, a 0 is stored there. Oh. But I don't get that because there's no bumps on a CD.
Maybe they're like really tiny?
Like microscopic bumps? Okay.
Maybe.
See, this one was the only one that made sense.
Yeah. But, okay, so how are the different drives reading them? It's reading the bumps. Okay, that kind of makes sense. I appreciate that. What website is that?
www.quora.com.
Oh, Quora. We love Quora.
Yeah.
We should be asking these questions to Reddit.
Thank you, Quora.
That should be.
Reddit people are smart, bro.
That's what we need to do. That's what we'll look up the next one. I take that back.
There's some really, really smart people on Reddit, and there's some really, really dumb people, and there's no in between.
Bluetooth. How the fuck does Bluetooth work?
Real.
How is it that I'm playing something on my phone and I can hear it through my headphones?
I can connect Bluetooth to my car, to my speaker, to my TV, to my laptop, to my iPad, like at multiple times. How does that work?
What's going on? Why is it my phone can connect to my TV?
Right.
Why can't my laptop connect to my TV? AirPlay. How does that work? How does this stuff work?
Right. I don't know. I'm confused, like, as to how it goes to some, like, if I connect my phone to a speaker, it plays on the speaker, but it doesn't play on my phone. Like, why would it not continue playing on my phone and play on the speaker?
Like, they're gonna be like, oh, well, the sound bites travel through airwaves. Shut the fuck up, bro. Explain it to me. How does it travel through the air? I feel like I'm watching Willy Wonka and I'm watching fucking Mike TV get fucking shot into the TV screen.
What?
And Willy Wonka?
Oh, with the dude with the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mike TV, the kid who was obsessed with TV, he got put in the TV. And they're like, oh, he traveled through the airwaves. How? How does that work?
This says, devices connected in a Bluetooth network communicate with each other using ultra-high frequency radio waves.
Well, then in that case, I know how fucking Bluetooth works, because I just said it.
You did.
I did. You did. What the fuck does that mean? Explain it to me in dumb people terms.
I looked at how does Bluetooth work, and the first question people also ask, how does Bluetooth work exactly?
Asking the real questions. How?
It relies on short-range radio frequency, and any device that incorporates the technology and communicates as long as it is within the required distance. I did not understand what I just said. I think it's cool, though. And, like, AirDrop. But I don't understand AirDrop.
To go hand in hand with that, then, I feel like it's the same thing with walkie-talkies. Like, how is it walkie-talkies are working? Because aren't those also traveling through radio frequency in the air?
And with walkie-talkies, calling people.
Calling people. How? Okay. I understand.
I'm sorry. No, I kind of get it, but...
No, I mean... No, I understand that we are not, like, tech savvy. So I understand to some people that makes sense. Mm-hmm. But if you're sitting here and you're telling me like, oh, well, sound travels through radio waves, radio frequencies.
What frequency?
How does that work?
Explain I need a template. I need a freaking, what is it called when people make those slideshows? I need a slideshow on how it works and then the words that you're using to describe how it works. Because, describe to me frequency. Describe to me how the frequency is making that work. I need a detailed, dumbed down explanation.
How are the devices picking this up?
No, for real.
Even right now, this microphone, how is it going onto the computer? I mean, I feel like this makes more sense because there are wires and you're able to see how the microphone works and when you talk into it. But even then, recording, sound waves, it's traveling through everything to get onto the computer. You're picking it up. You're changing all these different things in editing.
Right.
And to do all of that, but on a phone?
Yeah.
Or with walkie-talkies, granted they're not recording, but they're still transmitting those sounds.
Yeah. And even when it is recording, recording on a cell phone, I don't get. How does the picture and the audio just go directly into the phone? I'm not understanding.
And you're able to store it completely.
Right. Not understanding.
And then, kind of going perfectly with that, how the fuck do amps work? Amplifiers.
Amps, I do not get. Because when you're an electric guitar, you have an electric guitar. When you're strumming the electric guitar with nothing connected to it, it's quiet. It is almost dead silent. Same thing with my bass. It is almost dead silent. But once I plug it in and plug it into an amp, how is the sound from my bass going into an amp and making it louder when it was quiet as fuck? How does that work?
And it's almost like a speaker, but it's not.
Yeah.
Because it's...
I can't Bluetooth my bass.
Yeah.
Well, what if you could? Can you Bluetooth basses?
Yeah, they're wireless.
How does that work?
Yeah. How do you think they play them on stages? When they're just running around? A lot of them have wireless...
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. You know how so you know how you would plug it into the bass?
Mm-hmm. There's a little box thing that they plug into it and then they plug it into the amp. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, how the fuck does that work?
How?
I don't.
And it's picking up strings.
I guess it's Bluetooth. That goes exactly with Bluetooth.
And it's picking up strings. This time it's not even picking up fucking.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
And then it can change the way that it sounds as well. You can distort it. You can do all of those things. The pedals as well. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I hope people don't make us feel dumb in the comments. But really with the basses, I still don't understand how the bass works because the bass is so quiet.
It's not dead silent, but it's also
pretty pretty quiet.
I feel it's the vibrations, which is traveling into the amplifier, the cord which takes it to the amplifier, which makes the vibrations louder. But I don't know.
I mean I think you just explained that perfectly actually.
Oh.
That made sense.
What can I say? I can be smart sometimes.
Here, let me pick another one. I have calculators.
Yeah.
I really don't understand how calculators work.
Especially I would understand a calculator on Google or on my computer or on my phone. Mm-hmm. But
those ancient ones that you get in high school, the TI-84 ones, mm-hmm. How does it have all of the answers to all the information that you need? How is it sitting there? You put in a unique ass equation and it just graphs it for you.
Perfectly.
Let us know.
Tell us how these things work.
But calculators, bro, what the heck? Also, when were calculators invented after the phone was invented or was it before?
I don't know. I feel it has to be before because I feel
Google it.
Because a cell phone, there were definitely calculators before cell phones, not telephones. I don't know about telephones, but cell phones the iPhones and touchscreens and stuff like that started coming out.
So I think there was calculators before, but the calculators that we know today weren't invented until the 1970s.
Even then, that has to be before a lot, not all, but those are telephones.
Before the calculator, it was the abacus. I don't know how to use an abacus.
Neither do I. I've never understood that. How do people use abacuses? Is it the plural, abacuses?
I can't explain to you what this looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. I don't know my fruits. Yeah, I don't understand calculators.
Calculators are crazy.
Actually, I'm going to look it up. I need to keep my phone on deck.
It's like programming, but like, how?
The operations of electronic calculators are performed by integrated circuits, tiny arrays of thousands or even millions of transistors. These circuits contain permanent instructions for addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and other functions. How is all of that in a tiny calculator, though? Calculators can be like this small, like tiny.
I don't get it.
You're just telling me it's programmed with millions of answers?
No way. Like,
no way.
Is there just somebody who just like forever in a room alone,
just solving
all math
every
problems?
Equation in the world
every day, just
every possible number,
Can you imagine? Obviously, I know that that's not what's happening, but can you imagine like a little Oompa Loompa just like trapped in a room all day?
No, they being like 957 times 683.
Like, how is this working?
Yeah, for real.
Wi-Fi and hotspots. How does that? You're telling me this little box back here is able to bring internet to my entire apartment? Also, how is it only limited to my apartment? Because I know you can like go out within like 30 feet and like it'll reach out there, but obviously I don't know what it is, but as soon as I step outside of my apartment, it'll still reach, but it's like shitty.
Why is it like contained to one space? Why isn't there a big Wi-Fi tower like that people could pay to be connected to, and it gets a whole area instead of everybody getting their own little Wi-Fi thing?
Yeah, that's a good question. That's really fucking good. Like, I don't know, is it
like a cell phone tower?
Is there like a mother hub like Wi-Fi area, and then like it can't reach without like, maybe these are like extensions of it where it makes it stronger? But even then, like, why is it not the same for cell phones? What makes it different? Especially because your cell phone has data.
Yeah.
Like, and hotspots.
Yeah, so, I don't understand
what is the difference?
The hotspot, because isn't the hotspot just
it's like its own version of Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's I can't fucking speak today. Yeah, I don't understand, because hotspot is just Wi-Fi. And I don't understand that. Like, why do I have, if I don't have Wi-Fi, I can give other people my hotspot.
Yeah.
Without Wi-Fi. How is that possible?
Why can the Wi-Fi not do the same? Like, why is it? I mean, I know that Wi-Fi is like a hub, but if my phone is like a hub and it's able to connect anywhere, why does it
need Wi-Fi?
Why does it need, or like, why do I need a box for my Wi-Fi as well?
Yeah.
To control it, when if my phone can have data just about anywhere.
Why can't I just pay for Wi-Fi on my phone so that I could have Wi-Fi all the time instead of paying for it just at a house?
Why are there different towers? And if so, why are the towers different? When the phone has data.
Yeah.
And it's practically Wi-Fi, especially with the hotspot, and the hotspot is like Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
How is it?
Why am I paying for data and for Wi-Fi? Why am I paying for both if it's the same thing?
Especially, maybe because data is just limited to your phone, and the Wi-Fi can be.
Yeah, but why can't they just make Wi-Fi limited to the phone?
Well, because some devices need Wi-Fi as well, like your laptop, your computer, and everything like that.
Well, yeah, but you could just
hotspot.
I feel like it could be its own separate thing too, though.
Yeah.
Like, I could have a box here, and then I could also have Wi-Fi on my phone, so that when I take my phone places, I'll have Wi-Fi all the time.
Is that not what we're doing now? Like data?
Yeah, but why is it called data and not just Wi-Fi?
Oh, okay. I'm following now.
Yeah.
Maybe What's the difference in data and Wi-Fi?
I don't know.
I feel like that's what we need to figure out first.
Wi-Fi connects to a router. Cellular data does not.
They're both Wi-Fi. Why do we need a router? That is the other question. Why do we need a router for Wi-Fi? Like, why can Wi-Fi not just be a aerial thing?
A data-enabled device enables you to access the internet on the go, while Wi-Fi has a limited range. Data is Wi-Fi.
Right now what it sounds like is the only difference between data and Wi-Fi is an aerial thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, well, this is the only place in an area where you can use this. Like, my Wi-Fi is only good in my apartment, but my data is good everywhere. If that is the case, if data is good everywhere, what is, like, I throw out the fact that you need a router, or the fact that the router is what makes it Wi-Fi, right? Why is data not accessible everywhere? If I'm paying on my phone plan for data, why am I also having to pay for Wi-Fi? Why can data not be applicable towards all the other devices in my apartment? That is the question that I want to know. Mm-hmm. Are you on the same page?
I feel like you can connect, like, with your data. If your Wi-Fi cuts out, you can connect your TV to your hotspot.
Yeah.
With your data.
Right.
So I don't understand why we can't just have the data instead of having to buy both. Why not just have the Wi-Fi on the phone? Because if it's on your phone, you can go anywhere with it. You'll still have Wi-Fi. You can connect to your TV. You can still have Wi-Fi.
Maybe the router makes it more, like, powerful. Because, I think that's what it is, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Well, I thought that they sold, like, boxes to make your Wi-Fi more powerful.
I think they do, but when you think about it, when you connect your hotspot to different things, like, it gets slower. And it's not as quick and, like, fast and stuff like that. And it makes your phone slower and it makes the other devices slower. Wi-Fi, you don't really have that problem unless you're, using Wi-Fi for, like, 10 different devices. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's what it is that the router makes it more, like, powerful and strong and, like, able to be used, which is why it's a home-based thing, because it is like it's almost like an amplifier for the Wi-Fi, where it makes it stronger in, like, this location. I feel like that's what it is.
I feel like if they have technology to do certain stuff, they definitely have the technology to be able to put Wi-Fi into your phone and make it work as well.
I don't think they have the priorities for that, though. Like, it's not on the top of their list of things to do. Phone numbers. How does nobody in the world have the same phone number?
Sorry.
You're okay.
Yeah, I don't understand. I get, like, there's different area codes. Like, there's an area code for where we live, and then there's an area code for, like, North Carolina, for, like, South Dakota, like, all that other stuff. So there's different area codes. But somebody could have the same number as me, like, actual phone number without the area code, but have a different area code. But if I remember when you used to be able to call people without the area code.
Yeah.
Like, but now when you try to call somebody without an area code, it won't go through.
Mm-hmm. Is that true? I haven't tried to do that in a long time. Try my mom's not in your contacts.
Is she gonna be weirded out if it calls?
No.
Okay.
Complete this call. You must first dial that.
You gotta have the area code.
What? That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, like, I remember being able to call somebody without the area code. And I guess that they changed it at some point in time because they were running out of phone numbers. And so I guess, like, because I told you about this, like, earlier when you first wrote it down. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, it makes sense, kind of, because of the area codes. But if we didn't have area codes, there wouldn't be enough phone numbers for everybody in the world. And, like, if you try to call somebody in, like, a different country, their area codes are, like, 2 numbers.
Yeah.
And they also have, like, for the United States, it's, like, +1, and then whatever the phone number is. And then in different places, it's, like, +5.
Well, if that's the case, then the same thing with Social Security numbers.
Social Security numbers.
How?
I don't. Because my social security number is 9 numbers.
Yeah.
I don't understand because if it's 9 numbers, that means it's like 1 billion. If you put it into, because I know it's not by the, like, is it by the time you were born? Like the number?
I don't know. I don't know how they work.
How do you get your social security number? Like, how do they give that to you? Do they just click random numbers? Is it like a raffle?
Yeah, that's what they do.
How do we get social security numbers? First question. Second question, how do people not have the same social security number? Because there's only so many different variations of numbers that we can go through.
I know that, like, for the U.S., I'm pretty, like, social security numbers are, like, varying on country. So, like, obviously, it's not going to be every person in the world. We only have to worry about the people in the U.S. not having the same ones. But even then, like, it feels a little crazy that there's nobody with the same ones.
Based on the zip code and the mailing address provided on the applications for the original Social Security card.
Okay.
Oh, but this one's different. We assign Social Security numbers randomly. We changed to a random process in 2011 to help protect the integrity of the Social Security number.
Oh, well, we're fucked then. Ours is easy to crack. So it's just random. As of now. Before, it was based off of postal.
Yeah, they're all random, it says. What was the other question?
How does nobody have the same one?
Out of 300 people, there is more than 99% probability that 2 of them will have the same number.
Really?
Yeah.
So the chances of us having the same social security number with somebody else are extremely likely.
That's concerning. That's just a bit concerning.
I'm gonna hack somebody's fucking credit card.
Somebody
Out there has the same social security number, the same name, and the same appearance. But they don't know.
I think that's highly, extremely unlikely.
That would
There's
be
another
crazy.
Isabella out there who looks like me with the same social security number. Bless her heart.
Insane.
Bless her heart. She's probably going through a tough time too.
Wait, this one says a social security numbers were first issued in November 1936. To date, 453.7 million different numbers have been issued. And then this question says, are social security numbers reused after a person dies? And it says no.
Oh.
So maybe that other one was a complete lie. Maybe I just got lied to. Thanks, Marca.com, for lying to me.
That's kind of sad. That means I took some dead person's social security
No,
number.
they don't reuse them.
Oh, they don't reuse them?
No, they don't reuse them.
I thought they said after they die.
Do they hold on, I gotta go back to it. Are social security numbers reused after a person dies? It says no.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better.
Yeah. That doesn't help its case, though. How does nobody have the same social security number?
There's more than
Do they get
453
longer?
million people.
Is everybody's social security number 9 numbers long?
I believe so, yeah.
How? There's only so many.
Yeah, because there's no
combinations.
way. No, because there's more than 453 million people
Yeah.
since fucking 1936.
How many possible, like, combinations could there be of 9 numbers?
453 is what it sounds like. Million.
That's
453 million.
crazy.
Because they said there's been 453 million different ones.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got to be giving more than one person the same one.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Yeah. But if that's the case, how is it determined that I'm not able to steal somebody else's information?
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
whenever you're asked for your social security number, you're also asked for your name, your birthday,
yeah.
your address.
But, I mean, even so, hackers get that information easily. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
That's why when they get a hold of your social security number, like, your credit card is fucked. Like, you have to change everything.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I would hate to be on the receiving end of a identity theft.
somebody stole my credit card.
That's terrifying. Did you pause it?
Yeah. It was really nice because my bank caught it before I noticed it. So they paused it for me.
That's good.
Yeah, and it was my my Apple Card, which I don't know if you know much about Apple Cards. This is another thing that I don't really understand. But Apple Cards, they don't have any numbers on them. They're titanium, and they're designed to...
Like Apple Pay cards?
No, Apple cards. Just Apple cards in general. They're not Apple Pay. They're Apple cards, credit cards. I love my Apple Card. Anyways, they're titanium, and they don't have any numbers on them. Designed to prevent theft. And the cool thing was because they caught it, and I texted them, because you can text like through iMessage, they immediately reset my card with different numbers, because the card numbers aren't on the card. So they didn't have to send me a new card. They reset it in like 5 minutes, and I was able to use my card again. And they froze everything. So it was really cool how that worked.
Along with like cards and stuff, how does Tap work?
Like Apple Pay and stuff like that?
No, yeah. Like, how is okay, when I do use Apple Pay, even just when I use my card, when I tap my phone to the thing, how does it know how is it getting the information of my card to the system?
I don't know.
Even with like the chip in my card, like, how is it tapping and knowing to take it to my bank account? And not even just my bank account,
literally
my savings account, my credit account, my card. Like,
cards themselves, fucking weird. They're not electronics. They're fucking like,
it's a piece of plastic.
And it's just like,
yeah,
okay, I'm gonna take this money out of your account. Bitch, how?
Right.
You are a piece of plastic. You should not have more authority over my life than I do.
Exactly. And you know exactly how much to take, and you can tell me from where you took it from.
This little piece of plastic?
The little piece of plastic. No.
I know,
no way.
like, the chip, but like, and the magnet inside.
Then again, how does
that work?
How do they have so many different chips for people to be doing that?
Yeah, and how is it linked? Like,
and how is it linked to my account?
It's linked to my account. My account is linked to my phone. I'm getting notifications for that.
Yeah.
How does that work?
It says it operates through near-field communication technology, a short-range wireless connection system that allows data exchange between devices in close proximity.
I'm not following.
The card or device sends a secure single-use token to the payment terminal unique to that specific purchase.
Like Chuck E. Cheese. It's a token.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Every day I'm playing Chuck E. Cheese.
I have dreams. I don't understand.
Girl, don't get me started on some fucking dreams, because like, dreams. I was thinking about this the other day. It's kind of crazy that your body is able to just like power and like, or not power, but it's able to like charge itself. Mm-hmm. Like, your body is able to recognize like when you're tired, and then you close your eyes and your mind goes into like REM sleep. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy how your body works.
I don't understand how I am able to, like, because I am a very lucid dreamer, I'm able to live like whatever is going on in my dreams in full, like, oh my God, like, it feels real.
Yeah.
And when I wake up, I remember it, like, vividly. And I remember touching stuff and saying stuff and feeling stuff. Like, if I have a vivid-ass nightmare, I wake up, like, crying, sweating, and I'm upset because of this nightmare. But it was just in my head. Like, I don't understand how that works.
Going along with that, how are people not able to remember their dreams? Like, why is it that some people are able to remember their dreams like crystal clear and other people can't?
Right. Did you know that some people cannot see stuff in their head?
No.
Like,
wait, I feel like I didn't know that people can't see stuff in their head, but I did know that people can't hear stuff in their head. And
yeah, I talk to myself in my head all the fucking time. All the time, there's a constant voice of myself or somebody else's voice in my head constantly. And some people do not have a voice in their head.
Yeah.
Do you have a voice? Okay, yeah. Some people do not have a voice in their head. And some people, like, if you close your eyes and picture an apple, I can't really see an apple, but I know what an apple looks like.
Yeah.
That is leading me to what I'm about to say. I know what an apple looks like, but when I close my eyes, I can't picture an apple. All I see is, like, redness from the light and, like, darkness when I close my eyes. I can't picture, like...
You cannot picture an apple?
I cannot picture I cannot see an apple. But...
I'm looking at you and I'm seeing an apple, like, in my brain. You've never done that?
No.
You can't have, like, a dual vision?
No, I cannot see anything. Like, I can imagine and I can feel, like, what things feel like. But when I close my eyes, I can kind of, like, picture what's happening. But I do not see an image of an apple. But I know what an apple looks like. I can draw you an apple. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I'm dreaming, everything is so vivid. Like, I see everything in my dreams. And it just blows my mind that when I can't imagine things when I'm awake. Like, I can't see things in my head when I'm awake, but when I'm dreaming,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because you can't... I've never thought about... thinking that some people, like, you know how people can't hear things. And But, like, I've never thought about, like, if you can't picture things or imagine things, like, how are you able to dream? Also, if you can't hear things in your head, how are you able to dream things and, like, able to have dialogue and stuff? How does that work? That doesn't make sense to me. Or repetitive dreams. Like, people who have the same dreams over and over and over again, how does that work? Because there are some people, like, when you have dreams that, like, you're flying, it means you're carefree. Or, like, when your teeth are falling out, that means you're stressed, stuff like that. But, like, my dad's Spider-Man dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, once a month I've been having a dream that I get to dress up as Spider-Man. Like, it's been sick. How does that man keep having that same dream?
Flashback to the first episode.
I'm going to include a clip talking about flying, teeth falling out, and my dad's Spider-Man dream.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I have no idea.
And then,
I'm, like, so confused by it.
So, okay, I have another question for you then, flashing back to the first episode. Your nightmare that you remember, like the first time you, your first nightmare, and then also you seeing your sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah.
Are you able to imagine that, or are you just able?
I can remember it happening, and I can see it in my head, but I don't. It's really hard to explain.
Okay.
Like, I can see it back here.
Okay.
But I can't see it straight on.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when I'm thinking about it, I can see it, like, what it looks like and what was happening, and I can feel it back here. Like,
word.
But I can't see it up here.
Okay.
I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it.
It kind of makes sense. It's like a dullness in the back of your head, but, like, in front of you, you're not able to, like, physically see what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of. Like, when I'm like, okay, I don't know how to explain.
No, you're good, because I feel like
when I'm looking, if you tell me to picture an apple, I can't see an apple up here, but it's, like, over here somewhere.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I can't, if I wanted to look directly at it, I couldn't.
Okay.
But it's in this vicinity.
In the dome.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Now I'm getting mad because I can't explain it well.
No, but I mean, like, you're doing a good enough job to where I'm following what you're saying completely. But that's like, how does that work? It doesn't make sense.
No idea.
And I don't want to hear anybody doing some, like, fuck ass bullshit in the comments being like, oh, well, like, bashing on us for not understanding how this works. I understand people, like, getting weird about technology and being like, you don't understand how sound waves work. No, this is different. This is the brain and the mind. Scientists don't even fully understand how the brain and the mind works.
Yeah. Like, your brain is so powerful, you don't even know how fucking powerful your brain is. Like, please do not, like, this is something that I don't think anybody could, even if somebody did try to explain this to me in the easiest words possible, I would not understand.
Yeah.
Like, technology is something completely different. Like, I'm sure that you could find a way to explain to me, dumb it down to me, how calculators work, how Bluetooth works, how Wi-Fi works. I'm sure you could find a, like, way to explain that to me. But what we're talking about right now, like, there is nothing in this world that you could say that would explain to me how this is, like, happening. Like, how it is working.
It doesn't make sense.
The
brain is
not
crazy. The brain is a crazy.
It really is. And you know what? I saw a video about how blind people don't see anything, right? And when the way blind people see, like, when you close your eyes, that's not how they see. They literally do not see anything.
Yeah.
Like, they're not seeing black. They're not seeing anything.
What?
Like, somebody in the comments described it as trying to see through your elbow. And I was like...
It wouldn't be black?
No, it's not black. It's nothing.
But black, I thought black is nothing.
It's no. They see absolutely nothing.
What?
Like, completely blind people that do not have eyes. Cannot see anything. Not black, not nothing.
Am I dumb? Because I thought the color of black was the absence of color.
No, that's what I thought. I thought since they can't see, I thought they were just seeing black. but they don't see anything. It's like trying to look through.
How do you not see anything? This isn't making sense to me.
I have no idea. And another thing is, like, people who are born blind, do they have dreams? Or are their dreams just audio? I'm about to look it up because...
Yeah, please do.
It says people with total blindness cannot see anything, but it is a misconception that they only see black or darkness.
What does that mean? You can't see anything, but you also don't just see black or darkness? Is it like shadows? I don't know. Or do they not see colors at all? Like, I don't understand saying that they don't see black. That's what I don't understand. Because I feel like if you squeeze your eyes shut as absolutely tight as you can, you're still obviously seeing, like, the red and the...
That's because you have eyes.
Well, yes, but I'm saying... Girl, let me finish. I'm not, like... But, like, okay, so imagining... Girl, that's because you have eyes.
Okay, well...
Is it just because your elbows can't see? Like, the elbows are really throwing me off.
No, because when after I read that comment, I felt so, like...
It makes sense now, guys.
How... I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just read that comment and I was like, I mean, it kind of makes sense, but, like, I can't see through my elbow, so I will never know.
It's like seeing through your elbow. Thank you. That explains it
right.
so well.
This says, one point to consider is the fact that individuals who are born blind cannot tell whether they see total black or not because simply they really can't tell. Numerous individuals with sight loss express their frustration about sighted individuals doubting their visual impairment. That would be me.
Yeah.
I would do that.
If I lost my eyesight and people were like, you can still see, I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed. How fucking dare you? No. So if that's the case, if they're saying like, oh, well, people who were born without their eyesight don't know if they're seeing black, that doesn't mean that they're not seeing black. It just means that they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So that almost makes me wonder, like, are we just going based off of what people are saying? Because if I'm asking somebody like, oh, what do you see? And they've never seen a color in their life, they don't know what black looks like. Does that make sense? So, okay, what I'm saying is, if that's the case, and they're like, oh, well, they don't know if they're seeing black because they've never seen colors, is that what we're going based off of? Because if so, I feel like that's not accurate.
Yeah.
Because if they've never seen black, they can't be like, oh, well, I see black, you know? Like,
yeah.
So if... That's another thing that I don't quite understand is if we're... Like, you can't just ask somebody who was born blind what it's like to not see anything because they don't know.
Yeah.
So how are we getting that information?
Probably from people who weren't born blind but ended up going completely blind.
But they should still be able to see... I feel like they would see black. Unless they lost their eyeballs. But even if they lost their eyeballs, like, they're not saying that they... Are they saying that they don't see black? Because my question... Like, obviously there's going to be a difference, I think. Not for everybody, but there has to be some sort of difference for people who are born blind or without their eyes.
Yeah, I'm like, there's a bunch of different like answers to it. Like some are saying like because a lot of them is like not people who are like fully blind, just people who are like legally blind.
Okay.
But there was that one that said that we won't really know because they're blind. I think that one was for people who have been blind. And then there's one that says people with total blindness cannot see anything, but it's a misconception that they only see black or darkness. I think that one might be for the people who are completely blind and have always been completely blind.
Right.
But then, yeah, I don't understand how we would know what they're seeing since they've always been blind.
I don't know, but they're not looking out of their fucking elbows. That comment is making me irrationally angry.
Yeah, I just keep seeing that they see literally nothing. And I don't know how I can describe that other than just seeing black. They just don't see anything. So I have no idea.
I don't know.
But yeah, back to the dream thing. I don't understand how I can like picture things, but I can't picture things, but my dreams are completely vivid. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Somebody explain that to me, please. Next one, contacts. How are they getting my prescription into this?
Literally.
Into this tiny little thing. My exact prescription, by the way. How are they getting the exact prescription from my eyeballs when they do my eyeball test? And they're getting it into these glasses. The glasses, okay, I kind of get because they're like thicker and they're like lenses. But these thin ass circular plastic thingies on my eyeball, how are they getting my prescription in there?
That's fucking crazy. Even then I don't understand glasses that well, but I understand them to an extent. But like they're this big. And
they are thin. They are thin as a piece of paper. How are you able to look through that? That's crazy. How am I able to put it in my eye and it just works? How does it just work?
And it suctions itself, too.
And they just stay in there.
They just stay in there. Have you ever cried out your contacts?
Yeah.
Me too. First time I ever did that, I was watching Marley and Me.
You ever, like, rub them out?
Oh, yes.
I hate when I rub them out, bro. Because I be forgetting I got them in.
No, literally. I have my contacts. I was going to put my contacts in today, but they're starting to, like, wear thin. So I'm trying to save them. But how does that work?
So this says refracting and focusing light so that objects appear clearly.
Fuck off.
How? How does that work? Because that sounds like technology to me. That sounds like something technology would do. Not a piece of plastic. The lenses stick to the tear fluid on your eye surface, so they move naturally with you. That makes sense as to why they stay in there.
Apparently I need more tear fluid in my eyeballs because they be shifting.
Ooh, there's a Reddit thread called Explain Like I'm 5. That's
for us. It's for us, guys.
Okay, so it says the same way that glasses work, they adjust how the light is entering your eye so it's properly focused and clear when it hits your retina. Oh. They just do this with slightly different this sentence is weird because they are obviously much closer to your eye. As for how they stay on your eye, they're like little suction cups. Okay, that wouldn't somebody give me a shorter response. The prescription is determined by the ratio of the curve of the front and back surfaces. For far-sighted correction, the lens is thicker in the center. For nearsighted, the lens is thicker on the edges. Since you are nearsighted, you may notice that your glasses are thicker at the edges. Contact lenses have a back curve that matches the curvature of the front of your eye. That doesn't explain how it's actually made, though.
That does make it makes more sense that way, though.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that's how glasses and everything works, that it reflects the light to make it more discernible to your retina.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand bifocals. What are, like...
It's for people, I think, who are both...
Nearsighted and farsighted?
That's what I assume.
So when they read, is the bottom part the farsighted one so that they can see, like look down and see, and then when they look up, it's like changes the...
I think when you look down, it's the nearsighted one to make it closer because it's near you, and then when you look up, it's the farsighted.
Okay, that makes sense.
Evergreen trees. That was you. I don't know why you're laughing, girl. Kira, we were in the car ride to Philly, which, by the way, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog last week. We were on the car ride, I think it was to Philly, and Kira turns around, she goes, and we're writing down all these things that don't make sense. So she goes, oh my god, evergreen trees.
Because how do they stay, like the pine needles stay on them, but every other tree, like the leaves fall off? Like because I've seen dead pine on the ground. So how does the pine just not fall off during the winter? When is it falling off?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a valid question.
Well, let's look it up. Let's find out.
Evergreens have thin needles with a waxy coating. Adaptations that also reduce water loss. The outer bark of the trees contain many air pockets rather than living cells filled with liquid that can freeze. The air pockets in bark help provide insulation and protection against freezing and cracking during the winter. That was like the first one that kind of made sense. Plants survive the winter. Perennials drop their leaves and wait for warmer weather. Other plants can survive underground and regrow during their growing season. With the needles having a smaller surface area, evergreens can better withstand colder temperatures. Also, the trees will go dormant when the water is unavailable for photosynthesis. These adaptations allow the tree to stay green year-round. Oh. Look at that. That was nice.
See?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go steal more of Bella's ice. Make sure that you guys follow us on our socials are linked below, all except Twitter. We never have Twitter. Do not follow us on Twitter. If anybody is on Twitter under our name, it is not us. I can promise you that.
No.
And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. If you have any suggestions, leave them down below.
Absolutely.
And we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Finger guns.
Finger guns.